All right, guys, let's get started. It is 8 o'clock. It is Sunday night, June 8th, and I am in the kitchen today to bring you a little bit of nutritional guidelines to teach you a little bit more about counting calories, why it's so important, and how you can easily incorporate this into your daily routine. Um, so, um, basically, counting calories is just a simple way to quantify the amount of food that's coming into your body so you can make progress without having to go crazy about can I eat this, can I not eat that? Because at the end of the day, all the food that you eat is made up of protein, carbohydrates, and fat. And those three things, or a combination of those three things, um, and those three things are the building blocks for your body for protein for energy, or I'm sorry, protein for building blocks of the body, carbohydrates, which is energy for the body to run off of. Your brain primarily runs off of glucose, which is a carbohydrate, and then fat, which is for hormonal purposes. So fat is actually dietarily needed for your body to stay on track and to not feel like it's out of sorts. So that said, there is really, I want to drive this point home with you guys. There's no such thing as bad food. A lot of you guys have been to the workouts. You've met Darla, and this is our kitchen. So I'm just going to point out a few things that I can see right in my eye shot. One which I actually brought out this, and one which I did not, which we have in the kitchen and tend to keep things around of this nature. So first thing is, it's a cucumber. It's like some kind of a pickle type cucumber. Very, very, very low in calories. It's got some good nutrients in it. But this is just one example of like something healthy that might be around. But this is still a cucumber. We will be cutting this down and making pickles, which pickles are super low in calories. They're a nice little snack. And we got a jar of pickles that we made ourselves right here. It just requires a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of other spices. So another example of some things that we have around that might be considered bad food. I'm going to put that guy back. Stroman King white bread. Yeah, you can eat this. If you like it, eat it. So let's go take a look at the nutrition facts. The serving size is 2 slices, so it's basically a sandwich. And the calories on this is 130 for 2 slices. So that's 65 calories per slice. That's pretty damn good. I've actually seen some healthy bread, some wheat bread, some like fancy shit with like oats and whatnot on top that clock in at like 110 to 130 calories per slice. That's a 260 calorie serving if you're having a loaf or having a sandwich. So healthier is relative here. If you're just having a sandwich, it might actually be less calories to use white bread. The reason why white bread gets such a bad rap is because it's it's bleached, it's processed, and let me see if I can find it in here. There is let's see. I mean, there's actually 4 grams of protein in this, 3 grams of sugar. So 3 grams of sugar might be the reason why it gets a bad rap. Stuff that's super processed like this and white bread and white rice fall into that category is they digest very quickly. So oftentimes they will spike your blood sugar, which for some people that can have an adverse effect in making them hungry faster. It can change their energy levels. So if you have like wheat bread, your energy level might stay a little bit more stable, whereas white bread might go like this. You're going through the day and then you might get a quick spike of your blood sugar. But at the end of the day, 1 gram of carbohydrates, whether it's wheat bread or white bread or brown rice or white rice, 1 gram of the carbohydrates from that will actually cause your body to do the same exact insulin response, but just over a different period of time. So that's when you talk about fast digesting carbs and slow digesting carbs, which brown rice is a slower digesting carb, whereas white rice is a faster digesting carb. That said, minute white rice. Very easy to cook. It takes 5 minutes. And we're going to talk about the serving size. Serving size is about a half a cup, which I have right here. This is a half cup. It also says on here 46 grams of dry rice. So if you are measuring out your rice, you're going to see that it says the dry serving. Rice, pasta, a lot of other foods, they'll give you the serving size in the dry portion. So that means that you've got to actually measure it to know what it is to begin with. So let's say you're making, but rice is actually something that's really good. You can make it in a larger portion. You can fill up your pot. You can make 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 servings of rice, and every serving being 170 calories. It's not too crazy if you only have one serving. Now, when we talk about a serving, that's just how they break down the nutrients and say this is about what most people could eat. I don't know. They just kind of arbitrarily come up with these serving sizes. You know, I could probably sit down and eat a loaf of dry bread by myself. If I was hungry, I could sit down and just snack on it and probably eat half of it, maybe more. So serving is kind of the word. It's arbitrary. It's not necessarily. It's kind of a made-up serving size. So that said, 1/2 cup is being 46 grams. Let's take a look at how accurate that actually is, because this being, you can see it says 1/2 cup. This is not the same as a 1/2 cup. This is probably from Curious Chef. So let's talk about one that might come from Target or Walmart or IKEA or wherever you might happen to get your measuring cup set from. They tend to be different. They're not manufactured by the same people. And if they are, they're manufactured to like a different specification, which might just be that, you know, Walmart might use a thinner cup to save some money. They might use thinner plastic. That'll save them some money on the back end for them making it. But then that gives you an inaccurate measure. So if you're using cups from the same manufacturer, everything from the same manufacturer, it's going to be a little bit more accurate. But let's talk about this real quick. So this is 170 calories for one of these. So let's actually measure that out. I got my kitchen scale right here. There's something else I want to show you guys. This is my kitchen scale. I told you guys about this before. So when you turn it on, you hit tare, little on-off button down here. It lights up. It is currently in grams. All right. So when you set this down on the table, you actually have to tare it again. So tare just means that it goes to 0. But since this thing has weight and it measures weight by these little foot pads back here, if you watch, let's see if you can see it. Every time I press it, it's showing weight. So there's actually no weight on this thing. So when I set it down, it's going to measure the weight of the actual scale. So I need to zero that out. But in order to be accurate, we need to pair it with the weight of the scale and the weight of our vessel that we're measuring into. So in this case, I've got a bowl and put the bowl on there and then hit tare. So now we're at 0. All right. So this is showing 0 grams on the scale. And we're going to try to measure 46 grams using this measuring cup. So I'm going to go over to the sink so I don't make a mess. Sorry guys, it's taking a second here. All right, that's more or less filled up. Let's see if we can get a good shot on that. Where's the camera? There we go. More or less filled up. I don't know if I can get, yeah, close enough. So you guys get the idea. I can't really see the screen at that point. So we got 140. I'm sorry, we got 46 grams. Is this 1/2 cup? This is our 1/2 cup, and actually measures at 52 grams. So it's not a big difference, but we're talking about. Let's see, 52 grams out of 46. So 52 minus 46. So we're talking about a 6 gram difference. So 6 grams over 46 grams. Let's see if we can get a percentage. So it's actually a 13% difference. There's 13% more calories in this bowl of rice than they're telling us because I use this measuring cup. So 13% of 170. So we're actually talking about 22 calories hidden in this bowl of rice simply because we use the measuring cup instead of the scale. Okay, so that's 13% of 170 calories. So it's an extra 22 grams. So instead of 170 calories, we're actually looking at 192 calories that we're putting in per serving. Now, if you do this over, let's say we're making for the week, we make 6 servings, so 22 times 6, we're looking at 133 hidden calories in just this food. So this is only one component of our meals for the week, and we're talking about 133 extra calories in just that. That's going to be a really big difference. If we start, compounding this over 6 meals, so 133 calories for just this one component, that might be, I don't know, how many different components you're going to measure into your dinner. Maybe you're going to measure something simple like, let's see if we have it in here, tomato puree. So crushed tomatoes is a very good substitute for a lot of things to make sauces. This right here is 45 calories per half cup. So if this half cup, and this half cup is, they're calling it 121 grams. So because this has water weight in it, it's a little bit heavier than the rice. So, so let's say a 13% difference. We end up having a 13% difference with this. See, 121, 0.13 times 121 equals, that's another 15 calories per serving of difference. I'm sorry, that's 15 grams. So 15 grams of 121 divided by 121, 13%. So 13% more times 45. So it's another 5.5 calories. That's really negligible, but that's because this is tomato. Now let's say we do that with like, I don't know, something that I love. Pancakes. I fucking love pancakes, guys. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard me talk at end about pancakes. Again, this is 50 grams dry. So right underneath what the rice is. So again, we're talking, and this is 170 calories, just like the rice is. So we're again talking about an extra 133 calories over 6 meals if you're having 6 meals of pancakes. This is with using the measuring cup. So you can see why using a measuring cup isn't going to be the most beneficial thing for you day in and day out. You're going to want to use just the scale so you can get the most accurate measure. So we said we have 52 grams in here. So when you enter this into MyFitnessPal, you're going to enter 52 grams, not one serving. So let me quick see if I can do a screen share and show you how that's going to look. So share screen, iPhone, iPad, and mirror, share, and there we go. All right. Go into MyFitnessPal. And now we're going to have 52 grams of rice going into MyFitnessPal right now. So plus, this is going to be, let's call it dinner, food. We'll call it dinner. Click on dinner. And then it's asking me, is this something you've had before? So it's probably in there, M-I-N-U-T-E rice, minute rice. You see it right there. So this is saying a half a cup of minute rice. 2 servings is what we had. It's about 340 calories. So we're actually going to change this to, you see it has cups. It has container, which I don't know what the hell container it's talking about. So don't use something like that. 1 fluid ounce doesn't make any sense because this isn't liquid. Milliliter, ounce, tablespoons, milliliter, tablespoons. This is not really the best measurement that they have. So let's see if we can find a better one. So we're going to make this back to, let's see, delete that. Should be able to get out of that. We're going to do the barcode. Scan the barcode. You see the barcode comes up, and we're going to go scan the barcode. And there, half a cup, 46 grams dry. So let's say what we got here. So we're going to call this, and man, they're really not helping us on this one. So 46 grams dry. So we're going to have to figure out what 46 grams or what 52 grams equals. So go back to that handy calculator, and 52 divided by 46 grams, simple math. 1.13. So we actually have 1.13 servings in there. We said that was 13%, 1.13, and you see it goes up to 192 calories. So check that off. Cool. And what we can do with this is we can either make a recipe, we can just add this all together and this will be our meal for this day. Or we can say we've got, let's see if I can get back. Get out of this. And screen share. Cool. So the other thing we can do is make 6 servings. And once you have it, you know what the dry weight is, 6 servings dry weight, that's going to be 46. 46 times 6 equals 276. So we take 276 grams of rice, measure 276 into our bowl. And then once we have that, we can cook it. And then the weight's going to change because it's going to be wet now. Okay. So when you have this wet rice, you're going to have to divvy it up. Really good way to divvy it up. My favorite thing is, where are they? Tupperware. So I got these guys from Target. I think it was like $2 for 4 or 6 or something like that. They last a long time, and they're cheap enough that if for whatever reason they break or they get so dirty you can't use it, or you get to wash it and you really don't want to smell it, you can just throw it out. Or recycle it. I'm sorry, recycle it. This is type 5 plastic, so recycle that bad boy. But these guys, this is your sandwich size. I can fit 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in here. They're not small, but they're by no means big. Guys, Tupperware, to try to find lids for mismatched Tupperware fucking sucks. Don't waste your time on that shit. I mean, I know a lot of you guys like to save money, and I do too, but at the same time, it's not worth my effort. It's not worth my energy. It's not worth my stress. I would rather spend the $2 just to have a nice matched set of Tupperware and throw out all the rest of the garbage that doesn't match. Don't tell your wives I said that, and make sure you get the okay from her if she's going to be mad about some maybe expensive Tupperware. Because like I said, this stuff is cheap. I would rather use this stuff and know that I have, a matched top and bottom. I had too many times I've grabbed like the wrong square lid for my sandwich tub and then end up with a mess in my lunch bag or whatever. It's just annoying, guys. So I just don't waste my time with it. So it's kind of, I kind of like to compare that to, it's Mark Zuckerberg's t-shirt, right? You guys have all seen Mark Zuckerberg. He always has the same damn t-shirt on. So it's Mark Zuckerberg's t-shirt. The reason he does that is because it's easy. He wakes up in the morning, he's got like 500 black t-shirts and just throws one on. So this is going to be your black t-shirt with those Tupperware containers. That said, we're going to go a little bit deeper into the calories now. So this is going to be something you guys want to really pay attention to, because I know we got a little bit mathy with the calories in just rice, for instance. But you can see why it's so important to use the scale, because it's not like using the measuring cups is just not accurate. For quick measurements, if you're on maintenance, if you're just trying to maintain, it's probably not going to be an issue. If you really are trying to count the calories and make sure that you're getting exactly what you need, get the energy that you need from your food, and then also get the protein that you need from your food, you're going to want to weigh all your food. The only time I would say there might be an exception to that is that bread. You can weigh your bread, but honestly, like, it's so negligible at that point that you're really just split hairs. Same thing with like those tomatoes. So weighing, like, more than measuring the tomatoes might be splitting hairs. We're talking about a difference of like maybe 5 calories here or there. Something else, let me see if I have anything else in here that might be something to think about. I know I've talked about prepackaged meals before, like some kind of microwave meal, and microwave meals tend to be pretty accurate, and there's really not much you can do after you scan it, unless you really go in and divvy up all the ingredients, which let's be real. So the thing with like your microwave meals, a lot of prepackaged meals, besides having a lot of sodium in them, you think about how they actually manufacture that. There's not somebody, there's not some guy with a lab coat standing there measuring out 1 cup of mashed potatoes and perfectly weighing the chicken breast and then making sure it's breaded with exactly 3 grams of breadcrumbs and blah, blah, blah. It's a machine that's going chop, 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 and making sure that it's got, what it thinks is enough. And then it might be on a scale, but it's probably not. The automated processes try to keep those things pretty tight. But, things in manufacturing can happen. Like, think about if you've ever seen a hopper work, it's basically like a big funnel that there's a mechanical gear. So for one of these things, there's a mechanical gear, and the machine's just spinning the mechanical gear, and it slowly drops. Like it'll put a, go to Federal Donuts, guys. You can have a treat day. Go have a donut at Federal Donuts. Watch their hopper run. So it's this metal cylinder that looks like a funnel at the bottom, and it just has a little crank that it turns, cranks, drops the perfect amount for a donut, comes up, turns, cranks, drops the perfect amount for a donut. And not every single donut is exactly the same. It's just an effect of the manufacturing process. You can think about, if you watch that thing, you'll see little bits of that donut batter kind of stuck to little globs, stuck to the side of the funnel on the outside. And what eventually happens is those globs will come off with a donut. There will be enough that builds up on there that one of those globs is going to come down with the donut. You'll have a donut that's, the cake is, I don't know, 150 calories, 150 calories. Maybe you got one that's 145 calories, and then you'll have one that's 160 calories because it's got that extra glob of the dough on it. Remember that you're not going to be super. You have to be as accurate as possible because especially with those foods, they're not super accurate. You can definitely see how you may get more or less calories than what you're expecting. So that said, we're going to move on to calories for the week. So I'm going to bring back up my my phone and share screen and go into this quickly. Sorry guys, I'm just learning how to integrate all this stuff now. So you're part of the learning process. And Evernote is up, my phone, share screen, and let's see if it's up there. Screen mirror, Zoom. And there we go. Weekly calories. So I already started this guy for you. And draw. What happened? All right, well, looks like I gotta draw new things for you. No big deal. Got my handy dandy finger with me, we're gonna do this. So, let me take this down and we're gonna do a little number here. This is 2,000, one more, and that's your calories for the week, right? So we're just gonna use 2,000 calories as a rough estimate just to keep the numbers nice and tidy. And let's see, we're gonna go and change this color to here, change this to here. On Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Let's call that S2. We're gonna have some calories. We're gonna eat because eating's fun. I like eating. And on Sunday, we're gonna get 2,000 calories. We're gonna change the size. Go up. 2,000 calories. Monday, we get 2,000 calories. Tuesday, maybe we're busy at work and we only get 1,500. And then Wednesday, and maybe since we didn't eat enough on Tuesday, maybe we go overboard and eat 2,500. And then Thursday, maybe we go out and hit 2,500 again with a beer. And then on Friday, we just go off the rails and we have 3,100 calories. And then Saturday, we go out for brunch and end up with 3,300 calories. So I'm going to write all these numbers in here real quick. And this is, let's say we said 2020. Change its color, make it make a little more sense. 20 and 20. So 20 for 2,000. This is going to be 15. This is going to be 25. This is going to be 25, and this is going to be 33 and 31. So we're vice versa, 31 and 33. So your goal for the day, if it's 2,000 calories, so first off, the number for your calorie goal should be your body weight in pounds times 12 times 13, something like that. So let's go with 180 pound. Let's go with a 200-pound man and multiply that by 12. So 2,400 calories is going to be the low end, and then the high end is going to be 13 times 200 is 2,600 calories. So that's going to be the calories that you need to eat at 200 pounds to basically lose weight. And if you're not losing calories at that weight, then you need to, or if you're not losing pounds at that weight, then you need to cut your calories a little bit more past that. So we'll call this the extreme cut diet, trying to get you down at 2,000 calories, trying to get you down lower. And we're doing 2,000 calories, 2,000 calories. We're doing 2,000 calories a day. So 2,000 calories daily times 7 days is 1,400 calories, 14,000 calories for the week. So this is your changing the color. We're going to go green. This is 14,000 for the week, right? My handwriting sucks. Week. We'll make this one 2,000 calories per week. Okay. And what we're actually getting here, if you're looking at this, you might say, look, I ate under my calories. I ate way under my calories for 3 days. All right, you're at or under your calories for 3 days. Then you just go over by 500 calories for 2 days. No big deal, right? Because you were down 500 calories on Tuesday, and you're up 500 calories on Wednesday. So these 2 days kind of balance out to make 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. But then you're over by 500, and then over by 1,300, and over by 1,100. So let's talk about that. So if your goal is 2,000, it takes you to 14,000 calories for the week, and we actually ate 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,500 plus 2,500 plus 3,300 plus 3,100. And your total for the week, let's see, I think I missed a day on there. Do this again. Screen decided to shut down. All right. 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,500 plus 2,500 plus 2,500 plus 3,300 plus 3,100 equals 16,900 calories. So let's move this screen up. Nope, we're gonna do this. So we're gonna go write this in red, and we actually ate 16,900 for a grand total difference of from where we're supposed to be or where we want to be to where we are of 16,900 minus 14,000. Difference of 2,900 calories. So guys, 2,900 calories, it might not seem like a lot. It's huge. It's absolutely, now it's insane. It's insane how many calories 2,900 calories is. That is, for this man, for this hypothetical man at 2,000 calories, that is a day and almost a half of food. So he overate. He ate 8.5 days worth of food in 7. So that's as simple as we can get this. So we're eating a day of food extra over a week. That will cause you to gain roughly a pound every week and a half. Let me say that again. 2,900 calories will roughly make you gain a pound of fat every week and a half. 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. We're 600 calories off right here. So every week and a half, you're putting on an extra pound if you're eating like this. Or that's maybe this is actually your maintenance calories. 22,000 is your maintenance calories. You're gaining 1.5 pounds every week and a half. Now maybe this is your diet calories at 2,000 calories, which means that's 1.5 pounds you're not going to lose, right? If your maintenance calories, so 16, we said that 16,900, so 1,700, we'll call it 1,700 divided by 7 days. That's it, I did it wrong. Clear. 16,900 divided by 7 days. That's 2,400 calorie a day average. 2,414. stop this share. Good. 2,414. That's 400 calories a day more than where you should be at. So if your daily goal, this guy's daily goal, we said he was probably 2,400 calories a day to maintain, or just maybe a little bit lose if he's 200 pounds. So he's not going to lose anything, but he's going to feel like he's dieting 3-4 days out of the week. So guys, you can see how it becomes so important to measure, weigh, track your calories. Because these simple, it seems, it doesn't seem like a lot, but you can easily get 400 calories because of using a different kind of bread in your sandwich, because of overdoing it with peanut butter, because of drinking sugary drinks. These are all things that end up putting a lot of empty calories into our body. Empty calories is just a way to say that you're getting calories, you're taking in food that isn't keeping you full, right? Sugar is a lot of calories and it doesn't fill you up at all. Sugar is not bad or good. Sugar, sugar has nothing to do with your weight loss. Calories, your calories is the only thing that has anything to do with your weight loss. So you can eat a diet that's 2,000 calories of pure fat. You can eat a diet that's 2,000 calories of pure sugar. You can eat a diet that's 2,000 calories of straight protein. And if the 2,000 calories is the number that you need to be at to lose weight, you will lose weight. Now, you might not be healthy. You might be losing weight and just putting a bunch of shit in your body. It could be donuts. We've talked about this before. I know we've talked about this before. You can lose weight eating donuts, but you're going to be hungry. You can gain weight eating broccoli and bananas and healthy food, but you can still gain weight because you're eating too much of it. So that's why the scale becomes so important, guys. It's definitely going to help you to stay on track, to count the calories, to make sure that you are getting the appropriate portion sizes and learning what these appropriate portion sizes are. You can actually see them when you go ahead and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So you can see them when you put together, a bowl of rice. So you can take your bowl of rice and say, look, I'm going to make 6 servings and then reweigh the bowl of rice, right? So after you make your bowl, you get 6 servings in here, 6 times 46, whatever that happens to be, 6 times 46. So 276 again, back to that number. So 276 grams of rice in this bowl is going to be 6 servings. So 6 times 170, 170 times 6, that's 1,020 calories. So, and now you have 1,020 calories of cooked rice after you put it through the water and cook it. 1,020 calories divided by 6 is 170 calories per serving. So you need to take this new weight, because now your rice is water in it. It's going to have a new weight. It's not going to be 276 grams. I think this says it's about 1 cup cooked. So it almost doubles in size, but that doesn't necessarily mean it doubles in weight. So it doesn't give you, it makes about 1 cup cooked. It doesn't say it makes about, doesn't say it makes about 92, 92, 90 something, I don't know, 96, 90, 6 times 2, 92, I don't know. Yeah, 92. It doesn't say it makes 92 grams of rice for 1 serving. It says it makes about a cup. So what you need to do is take that total weight after it's cooked, put it back on the scale, find that total weight, and then divide the total weight by 6. So you can get about a serving in each of your portions. The other option is to take 6 of those Tupperware containers and put your scoop of rice in each one of those. So if you think it's about a 1 cup scoop and you put about 1 cup into each of those, you're good. All you have to do is make sure you account for that. You say, I'm having my rice on Monday, rice on Tuesday, rice on Wednesday, rice on Thursday, rice on Friday, rice on Sunday. You just have to account for it. So you can have rice and still lose weight. You can take that rice to make it flavorful. You can use any number of different spices. We have, this is Trader Joe's. It's about $2. It is a sea salt roasted garlic, onion, and parsley. Delicious. Love this. And let's see. 1/4 tablespoon is a serving, 0 calories. I love when I have seasonings that are 0 calories, because I can change the flavor very quickly and not have to add any extra calories to my food. Now this one, peppercorns, rainbow peppercorns, real simple, quarter teaspoon, 0 calories. Another really good thing to season your food with. Another one, salsa. Salsa is really good for going in the eggs. I love putting salsa in my eggs. About 13 servings, serving size, 2 tablespoons. Get this one, 2 tablespoons is plenty to make a nice omelet. Really, guys, it's a little bit of salsa in your egg omelet. Throw a little bit of other things in there. Just make sure you measure them. You don't have to go crazy with it. If you want to put a little bit of cheese in there, put a little bit of cheese in there. I've got cheese right here. Got mozzarella. Mozzarella, 16 servings. Quarter cup is 80 calories. I never put a quarter cup in my eggs. I put like a sprinkle, you know, so I'm only getting a couple calories. But that's another thing you could do. You can weigh that out on your scale and say how many calories is it, or how many grams is this? So this says it's either a quarter cup, which is volume, which is a really shitty way to measure this, or 28 grams. Now you take a quarter cup of of mozzarella and really smash it down in there and make it weigh, you know, twice that. Make it weigh that almost 60 grams. And then it'd be double the calories. But for 80 calories, you say, all right, cool. Quarter cup, let's weigh out maybe 5 grams and just throw it on there for a little texture, a little flavor. Really good way to go with your rice. I'm sorry, actually with your rice too. You put it with your rice, you can put it with your eggs. Another thing that I really like, let's see what we have here. Smucker's Squeeze Reduced Sugar Strawberry Preserves, whatever the hell they call it. 1 tablespoon is 17 grams and it's 20 calories. So this is a really good way. 1 tablespoon is plenty for a PB&J. I love PB&J. Love it. So this stuff stays pretty handy and it's only 20 calories. Another thing that I like to keep handy, deli mustard. About 1 tablespoon, about 5 grams is 5 calories. Another really good one to keep around, guys. This is really good. It's good to put in a lot of things. Don't put it in your eggs. It might be a little weird, but you can put it in a lot of things, and it's still it's gonna serve you well. Instead of like a lot of things that you would put mustard and ketchup in, you know, I would reach for the mustard and skip the ketchup. Ketchup's got a lot of sugar in it, and I don't even know if I have any in here. More jelly. I don't see any. I think our ketchup substitute at home is Cholula, a little bit of hot sauce. 1 teaspoon is a serving. It's 0 calories, guys. 0. Another one that's in here that we don't use as often, but it's still pretty good, is sriracha. Another tomato. It's not tomato. It's a tomato It's chili sauce. It's chili. It's basically hot chilies ground up. It's a little bit of like a ketchup texture, but it's a little bit. It's spicy. This is 1 teaspoon. It's 5 calories. So again, another really good one to keep around for a low-calorie option. For my pancakes, Aunt Jemima Original Light. This is half the sugar, 50% fewer calories than Aunt Jemima Original. So Aunt Jemima Original is something like, I think it's 200 calories a serving. This is 100 calories a serving. Same serving size, quarter cup. So again, quarter cup, they say 60 milliliters. It comes out, if you are weighing it, comes out to about 60 grams. So you can actually see, if you want to do the math, it's 24 fluid ounces. You can do 24 fluid ounces to grams. I mean, this is 710 milliliters. So you don't have to do 710 milliliters to grams, but it's not going to be as accurate. So you have to do 710 milliliters divided by 60 milliliters, I think, and then figure out what your serving size is. So you can either do it in milliliters or you kind of convert to grams. But it's about 60 grams. And that about does it for the fridge, guys. We don't have a whole lot in there. But another good example, I'm not sure what regular mayonnaise has in it, but this is half the fat and calories of regular mayonnaise. So I'm assuming regular mayonnaise is something like 70 calories per tablespoon. This is 35. So you don't have to sacrifice flavor to save on calories. So just remember, you have to know what your measurement is. So if you're going with 15 grams, make sure you measure 15 grams. Just makes it really easy. I really like the squeeze bottles too, because you can just squeeze this stuff right onto the scale. Like basically you have like your food already set on the scale, and then you're going to dress it up. You can squeeze out 15, like whatever comes out. 14 grams, cool, leave it at 14 grams. 16 grams, leave it at 16 grams. Then you can scan it and say I put 1 serving on. Again, 1 gram is generally going to be pretty negligible. So try not to overdo it. Try not to say, oh, I'm going to cheat this 16, 17, 18. Try to keep it, where it's supposed to be. So that said, I've gone on about this for about 40 minutes, guys. So I want you guys to post up in the comments below. Ask me your questions, and we'll see if we can get you guys squared away. I'm actually about to run out of battery too here. But yeah, I want you guys to really try to digest it and get your diet squared away, because that is going to be the most important thing that's going to hold you back, because you can't out-train a bad diet. You can very easily eat 1,000 calories of pizza in 10 minutes. You're never going to burn 1,000 calories of food or of fat off of your body in 10 minutes. Your workouts in 10 minutes, you might burn, 5, 10 calories if you're going really hard. A calorie a minute is pretty significant workout. Depending on what you're doing, it could be, maybe 2 calories per minute you might be able to do. 10 calories per minute is a lot, and that's getting really significant. 10 calories per minute is going to put you still only at 100 calories over the course of 10 minutes. But 1,000 calories of pizza, dude, no problem. So anyway, guys, post your comments below. Let me know what you thought about this guy. I'm hoping this work, or this mental shaping of your nutrition is going to help you guys go forward over the next month and really crush your goals. I'm telling you, this is going to be the most important component to losing the weight. The fitness is going to be great, and having that base of fitness is huge, and it's going to help you lose the weight, and it's going to help you burn the calories. But if you're not fixing what you're putting in, you're still spilling the fuel over top the edge of the tank and messing up the paint on your car. So guys, if you have any questions, again, I want you to post them.